Anyway, sleeping close to a graveyard may not be your cup of tea, but it's hoped the idea could bring a disused church back to life.
St Peter's in Wolfhampcote is more than 1,000 years old and is offering champing, that's camping, in the church. The money raised will go towards conservation costs, as DANI CRAWSHAW reports.
It's a place full of history, an old medieval village deserted in the 14th century because of the plague, and its church is no exception. Features dating back hundreds of years. It's even been visited by royalty, Queen Anne, in 1711.
There's a big coat of arms in the church because when the Queen went out visiting, a local painter would do a coat of arms. The pews are 600 years old, from the 1340s, and they've been in the same place for over 600 years. If you can imagine something staying in the same place for 600 years.
The church was vandalised in the 1960s, but since then volunteers have worked hard to maintain it. And from now until the end of September, people can camp overnight.
We have our wind-up lanterns to light your way to the loo at night. Yeah. We've got our battery candles to create a bit of atmosphere from the coffee table, and we've got our fairy lights as well to make it extra cosy.
And a deck of cards.
Yeah, cards. We've got a compendium of board games. So we've got everything that you'll need for entertainment.
It's a different way to enjoy a unique space, with 15 other churches across the country doing the same.
We've been really nicely surprised at the positive feedback that we've had. They say it's tranquil, it's not spooky. Sometimes people think it's spooky. It's very atmospheric when it's dark and you've got the fairy lights and candles. And people say it's a really magical experience.
This area has so much history. The wall behind me is 13th century, and over here is 18th century, where part of the church was restored. Well, the hope is with the champing that the church will continue to be maintained so people can enjoy it for centuries to come.
Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. I just love old buildings. It's a privilege to come today and see it. Yeah.
To restore it, to raise money, they're doing something called champing, which is camping in a church.
Yeah.
Would that be something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I think it's great, and it's bringing awareness to the place.
Camping in a church. Is that something you would do?
Not really. No.
It may not be for everyone, but for those it does appeal to, they'll be doing their bit to keep the history here alive. DANI CRAWSHAW, ITV News.